family, how you guys doing? Welcome to Phie.Love Intuitive Conversations. I hope you guys are good. If you like my content, please do like, share, and subscribe. And yeah, if there's any negativity, if there's any hate, please do keep that on your side of the street, okay? It won't be acknowledged. So, family, in this video, I'm being guided by spirit in this video to talk about being mindful about where you put yourself and what it is that you say, okay? Silence and absence cannot be misquoted or misjudged, okay? So maybe it's another one of those intervention videos, right? The divine is intervening and calling for you to maybe practice a little bit of self-awareness and self-restraint, okay? Paying a little bit more mind to maybe your next encounters with people, or your places you might be invited to or planning on going to. Divine is calling you to take a little bit of time to before committing or putting yourself in places or saying things among people or to people, or looking to have the last say, or speaking, getting angry and speaking in a way that, speaking words that maybe you wouldn't be able to take back, that might bring you some karma, or that might, or that have an intention to hurt somebody else, or saying things that again could be misquoted, could be putting yourself in places, and that could be misjudged, right? If you find yourself unconsciously mouthing off on the phone, if you in a phone call coming, think twice, think 3 times, pay attention, be self-aware, okay? When you're engaging with somebody, the divine might intervene during a conversation or before you're about to speak, and would like you to just be a little bit more cautious. Pay attention to the way you're feeling, pay attention to the thoughts, pay attention to the words and conversations that might stick out a little more to you than usual, right? And be self-aware with how you react, how you respond, what you say, because it might be something that in the future you would maybe wish you could have redone or backed away from, okay? This might not be for everybody. And yeah, if you're planning on going somewhere maybe in the near future, and it's a place where your presence can be misjudged or put you into a or have you in a little bit of a compromising situation, that in the future maybe certain events could come up, right, that might not make it that easy for you to be on the up on the up and up, or on the favorable side of a situation, okay? We really underestimate sometimes how the smallest things that we can do, the smallest things that we can say, places that we sometimes go to, that at the moment and at the time are completely innocent, and something we never thought would actually be an issue, right? Wind up in the future being the one thing that puts us on the wrong side of the fence, right? If you're feeling extra triggered and you want to project or be opinionated online about something, think it over, right? Have the bigger view in mind. If you're a married woman and you've got a few rowdy single friends and you want to go for an extended period of time and leave home, maybe the divine is calling for you to rethink it. Think it over. Maybe staying at home this time round and not running off with single friends is going to do a world of good for you in the future. Maybe, and if it's on the other end, right, as a husband, if you're still very caught up in your college day behavior, right, that you haven't grown out of, but you're married and you have a woman who tends to like to be home, maybe the divine is calling for you to be home. Don't run off with the friends. Don't bring upset to your home. Okay? The divine sees things. The divine is on the other side of the veil. And, the divine sees things ahead of time and also in the present that are happening that we might, in our own little experiences and focused and wrapped up in our own little worlds, that we might not always be privy to. That wife or that husband may be in the process of putting a pattern of your behavior together to come to a decision. And you just missing this time going out, you not following the friends or the people that make them feel uneasy, whether they've been vocal or not vocal about it. Maybe you skipping this time around will make a world of difference for what's happening and save your stability and your home in the future, right? Women have a tendency to emotionally detach first before they make final decisions to leave. So you never know. Maybe your wife is an event of yours away from saying that's it, and you won't even know it. So this could just be the divine intervening, the divine trying to get you to wake up a little bit, right? Maybe where you're going might be something innocent, but can have your presence somewhere be misjudged in your work environments. Maybe your presence somewhere that you might be going to is innocent, right? But there's a business opportunity that the divine has coming for you in the future, that maybe you being found or heard of in a certain place can impact that negatively, right? So please just maybe try, and if there are things coming up, if there are conversations that you're having with people, the divine would like you to lift your perspective a little bit, and when you do these things, when you make these decisions, think about yourself and your life and your situations and the circumstances you're in, and as well as the positions that you could possibly find yourself in the future. Think about everything in its entirety. Okay, think beyond right now. Think beyond right now. If you're traveling soon and you want to be drinking today, maybe the divine would like for you to, don't drink. Don't drink. You never know, something can happen on the road, and you not drinking today can save you with whatever blood tests or whatever it is you might have to go through the next day. So just pay attention to your intuition. Pay attention to the nudges you might get. Okay, be a little bit more aware over the next few times, phone calls, conversations, and events you choose to go to, invitations you choose to participate in, or whatever it is. But Divine's asking you to please just think a few steps ahead. Maybe you can miss this one. Maybe right now your silence is needed and more observation. Maybe this time round, for the next week, 2 weeks, a few months, your absence in certain places is required because it might be misjudged. Again, like we said, married women, you might be out and about. Your absence in certain places can be misjudged. Things can come back home to your husband, and people have a tendency to believe the streets over over the person that's being interrogated, or the person that's being questioned, right? Or the person where doubt has been casted over. So think about these things. Keep your actions, keep your decisions, whatever it is that you're doing in your life, keep it aligned with what your intentions are. Okay? Align, I've said it before, make sure that your lifestyle, your decisions, where you place yourself, what you do, is in alignment with your intentions and with your wants, and how you actually want to be understood and seen. More and more we're moving into a place where energy is judged, no longer your physical, what you put forward verbally and physically. Those things will become second to everything else. Your energy and the truth of your energy and the truth of the energy within the collective, which holds your experiences, which holds your mental, your all forms of energy, right? That's what will be picked up on. So if your words and your actions misalign with the energy, nobody who engages you is going to feel at peace and settled with you. There will always be a doubt. There will always be a nagging feeling hanging over somebody. Okay? Our experience here is going to, it's already started changing. Things are not able to be hidden the way people were able to hide things in the past. It's best you actually operate within your integrity. And sometimes being silent and sometimes being absent is the best way to hold your integrity with anything in the future that might come forward or seek to question you or prove you wrong or prove themselves right. Okay. So, yeah. I hope it's resonated. Hasn't been a very long video today. But like I said, I think it's more just a little bit of an intervention video that the divine is engaging in. Whoever it is will be aligned to this video. And take it as a nudge, take it as a call for you to be more aware, for you to be more in tune, and for you to not act out of your impulses, for you to not put your stability second to pleasing other people in situations on the outside. Okay? Look after your relationships, and if things are rocky in your homes and whatever it might be, try not to do things that will aggravate situations and make your life unnecessarily difficult in the future, when you can just evolve, be a bigger person, stop allowing the ego and the urges and the wants and the pulls of the energy on your spirit man from other things and people on the outside that you haven't yet learned how to outgrow or let go of, because all of those things are things that end up bringing chaos and misalignment in your experience and your life. Okay, you don't have to always blame the outside. I've said before, you just need to look within, pay attention to yourself, understand what is it that you're being pulled towards, because there's probably something or someone on the outside that you're addicted to, attached to, or an energy that's hooked into yours that's trying to get you to be a part of that timeline and that reality. And sometimes those timelines and those realities are misaligned with what it is you're actually trying to establish and build in your own timeline and reality with somebody else who might not be connected or aligned to the timeline and reality of other people on the outside who are pulling at you, right? Which is why it's good to just cleanse your energy and make sure that everything you have going on in your life is aligned to where you are, your vibration, where you want to be, with who you want to be, and what it is you're trying to attract. Okay. If not, it's all a mess. You're caught between different realities and different experiences, and again, you're split, right? Your ego and your personality man is stuck on all the things that you've been programmed throughout your past lifetime to be attached to and to enjoy and to value. And your soul man is on this side, pulling, trying to be aligned and move in the direction of the other things that are of a higher vibrational and experiential nature for yourself, right? So be mindful, be aware, and be accountable. Okay. You don't have to be at every event. You don't have to have the last say. You don't have to always give your opinion. 98% of things in our lives and engagements that we have with people generally require our silence and our observing, right? Observance, observing. You can let me know what's the right word to use. But yeah. Silence and absence cannot be misjudged or misquoted. Okay. So let the next person have the last say. Let the person on the outside be right. In the future, your silence and your absence may just save you. Okay. Be aware when FOMO is stressing you out and overcome that. Find something else to busy yourself with. Find your hobby, read a book, cook something, spend time with your partner at home, hang out in your garden, do some gardening, I don't know, whatever it might be. The divine is just telling you to be silent and don't go to places that are unnecessary, okay? And that won't assist you in defending you, or not even defending, but won't assist you in standing in your integrity in the future. Should you be questioned, or should things be happening on the other side of the veil that you can't see, right? Little things. Anyway, I'm gonna pull a card today from the Ascended Masters deck, okay, and see what Spirit has to support our conversation, again by Doreen Virtue, and see what Spirit has to support our conversation. Also give somebody who's watching our video a nudge in a specific direction, okay? Let's see. May I please have one card, Spirit, to support our conversation? Should I go again? Okay. And please have one card to support our conversation. I got 2 cards. Okay, I'm gonna go with this one. Balance, career, and home life. Okay, so be balanced, and I think this is more just like I picked up earlier. If you wanna go somewhere and you're doing things that could possibly threaten your marriage or your relationship, or someone in the background, someone, your wife, your husband, may just be building up a case for themselves. The divine is guiding you to this video to just chill. Okay, chill. Spend time at home. Spend time with your partner. Again, listen to your intuition. If it doesn't resonate with you, it's not for you. But yeah, maybe someone's partner is picking up on a pattern. Maybe someone's partner is in the middle of emotionally detaching, and the divine would like you to sort of don't do things to aggravate that, okay? Because you might not be too happy in the future, because you'll find it's not your intention, but your behavior and the things that you don't want to evolve out of and grow out of are actually working against you right now. People have a tendency not to speak their truth. All the things that society says they should want and that they should suppress and that they should do and be for their partners will have them actually suppressing the things that are really bothering them on the inside. You might be out here thinking that your behavior and the way you've been going on is fine. They know this is me, this is what I do, and that's okay. But things are changing, people are changing inside. The divine is working on people and their hearts, having people align to what is for them and move away from what is not for them. And maybe this behavior or whatever it is that you're attached to and not evolving out of is showing your partner what they don't want, is showing your partner and highlighting to your partner what it is that they've been suppressing and ignoring and trying just to put up with because society says that they should, because society says they should submit, because society for the longest time told them boys will be boys, men will be men, and women are supposed to do this and that and da 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 da. All of those things are being undone and changing now. So don't be surprised when your wives stop tolerating certain things and start making decisions that shake up your whole world that you never saw coming because you didn't want to grow and you didn't want to change, you didn't want to evolve. And vice versa. As women as well, if you're still stuck on that single life and you're married with a husband at home, the same will be happening for him on the inside. So take some time and figure out for yourselves what it is you want and where you want to be, and be aligned, okay? And don't put yourselves in compromising situations that probably right now, during this time of transformation, will probably just work against you. We're going through a time now where you really need to find the time to be on your own and really consider your life and everything that you've been aligning to that is of the system, and align and start thinking about how you're going to start aligning to yourself and what you want. If you've ever taken the time to consider that outside of everything you've been told to live by and try and accomplish, that the system has projected and programmed into you over time. Okay, so balance career and home life. Don't be put into compromising situations. Let's see what the book has to say with balance career and home life. There we go. The book says, you drew this card as a reminder to keep balance in your life. Okay, something is happening where it might be a little bit too excessive. Don't speak too much, don't say things that you don't need to say, and don't go to places that you don't need to go to. Don't be around people and in places that put you into compromising situations. And maybe you're just being protected from an environment or a situation or something that could happen where you're going or want to go, or that ungrounded people that you're aligning with are calling you to go to. Okay, listen to your intuition and pay attention if maybe certain things are trying to come up to intervene in you going to places. If that happens, then go with the thing that's trying to intervene in you not going somewhere. If something's causing you or leading you to cancel a plan, cancel the plan and move with whatever else it is that might be trying to move you into a different direction. Okay, pay attention if you're always just following your ego and following the energy of other people and things outside. You already know which part of your life is lopsided, and you may be feeling symptoms of burnout from this imbalance. You can rapidly shift your energy in positive ways by devoting time each day to your priorities. Even 30 minutes a day spent in meaningful ways will lift your mood, morale, and motivation. So, maybe find something else to do. Okay, find something else to do. There might be an invitation coming, there might be a phone call or a get together or something coming up where you need to maybe watch your words, be silent, or maybe just not go at all. Okay? Additional meanings for this card. Play is a much needed requirement for you right now. Make sure that your needs are being met. Delegate work to others. Say no to unrealistic demands upon your time. Be honest with yourself and keep healthy boundaries in your work and home life. Spend more time devoted to activities that make your heart sing with joy. Okay, so you can either pick up what's being put down or it'll fly over your head. Okay, but you'll know if what I'm talking about in this video excuse me, is resonating with you, and if it isn't, then it is what it is. Okay, keep it moving. There's always something to learn, and maybe something to always help you ascend into a different frame of mind that maybe you haven't been aware of. Maybe something to, wake you up and start paying more attention to your relationship, and maybe your partner or your wife or your husband have been a little more silent than usual, and you don't realize that they're actually observing you. They're actually gathering information to make decisions. Anything could be happening behind the veil, but in the same breath, you will know the answer if you ground, if you're present, and you're not so caught up always in trying to be engaged in whatever else is going on in the world that is none of your business. Okay. Anyway, I'm gonna leave it there, family. I hope it's resonated. Like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Okay. Bye.